I said this month would be for life building, but I think you can tell by the shadows under and all around my eyes how well that's going to go. I have started a Ko-fi with memberships. It's more for the writing stuff than for the YouTube stuff, but that is there. We're going to film some stuff today, hopefully, and yeah, this month I've actually got 2 videos kind of just ready to edit. So hopefully that's going to make things a bit easier. We got some fun book mail today, Tie and Dye by Lizzie King. This was more because I wanted the free shipping than anything else, but yeah, it'll be fun to give it a go. And also Words and Kisses. I haven't, what was the word, unpacked the book. Yeah, and this is the hint card. Oh, and this was the Words and Kisses book of the month. I have been anticipating this one since I first heard of it last year. Exciting. Being that we're down a fridge and a freezer until Sunday, I thought I would do my part and empty the freezer that we do have a little bit. Can you hear that rumbling again? It's so annoying. I can feel it vibrating. The floor is vibrating with it. So I guess I'm not getting any sleep. Hello, we started this yesterday. I'm also reading Meddling Kids for a book group. I do kind of like the writing style. I hated the audiobook. What's the one I'm listening to right now? Wranglestone. I'm not having a good time, but I took this one out and it's sequel, so I'm gonna keep giving it a go. I think we're about 2 hours in, and it's like gay boys in the zombie apocalypse, and we've 2 hours in, and the zombies are here, and I kind of wish it were faster. I don't know, maybe it's just like the pace of the narrator's voice that isn't really working for me right now. Earlier this month, I made a kind of joke, kind of not post, like me who has never worked a day in her life. Let's see if I can earn over £3,000 before the end of the year. And you ever just get like a kick up the ass? Yeah. All this mess in this room. This here is the bookcase where books go that I'm not going to keep, and I really need to start getting rid of them, offloading them at this point. So we're waiting on someone a wee bit, and I think someone else has forgotten that the light is on a dim switch. But it's better than nothing, I guess. Morning, it is 2:24. We're finally all home, and I got my soup, so we're all good. Yeah. But since I'm up for the length of this cup, might as well get some work done. One of those nights where you're really surprised that you can't see your breath. But it's good. We're all good. It was a joking remark that the DM said, but it kind of got me thinking about another idea for like a campaign. maybe not quite. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that. I'm sorry, but what the fuck is with this kind of formatting? Good morning. It's really early and I should be sleeping, but okay. This is what we're doing. I talked a little bit with my group, and we brought up like a DM rotation. And I brought up my thing that I would like to do some one shots that are not related to the campaign, and I think I got the go ahead as long as people have a heads up on character creation, which is really exciting. And so I have a lot of ideas already, but I wanted to look up like one shot books just for like campaign ideas. I have a book called like Odd Jobs. I got it through Kickstarter, and it's like a short campaign setting, so I don't think it would quite work for a one shot, but I could also adapt it. But I would also like specifically a book of like one shot prompts. Oh no, that's actually quite bad. It's snowing. It snowed. We have snow. Good evening. So my discussion with my group, wherein I mentioned doing a one shot. I'm doing a one shot on Wednesday. I had the idea of like a haunted house in modern times. Um, a little bit of Call of Cthulhu vibes, because of course I do eventually want to branch out into that. Um, yeah. It's a little bit less time than I expected. It's actually a lot of less time than I expected. Um, the thing that's really tripping me up at this second is blueprints, because when you've got like a whiteboard, you can just draw out a dungeon. But when you're like doing a haunted house and you've got like a historical tour, a ghost tour, and like one of those scary amusement park things where the actors are dressed up as like ghosts and zombies and run at you. Um, you kind of need to know where things are. You kind of need to know where, like, because I was looking up yesterday. No, this morning actually. I was looking up things that would, for like a story arc in the campaign, um, or a story arc in a campaign, and it was stuff like a rug or a suit of armor, and those things are like really cool, and I'd love to do that. But I also like need to know where they are in the house, so that is stress. I did have a look at a free blueprint website making thing, um, and I don't know how to work it, and I tried to size it. Like an inch is like a foot or something, and it just blew up. I don't even think it was on the same page anymore, so I don't quite know how I'm going to do that. I think if I can work out what OneDrive decided to snatch, um, and if I can delete stuff off of OneDrive now that I've disconnected it from the computer, if I can maybe get The Sims 3, and I'll just make the house there, and yeah, I know it's a rush. It is stress. I don't know what I'm doing, and I did not expect to have less than a week to do it. Alright, I will say that the idea was a haunted house attraction that was genuinely a haunted house. And so we've taken out like the ghost tour thing. And that would be Max and they're off sick, with an implication hidden there. The historic tour guide is like away at this copse about to start a tour in half an hour. The last like spooky ghost tour thing where you got like the actors jumping out at you is closing up in like half an hour, which gives her time to like lead the tourists up to the lake in the forest and then back to the house. Okay, excuse my dumbass brain, I am really fucking tired because I stayed up trying to plan this. Oh god, please don't tell me I've just forgotten everything. Yeah, so I'm also kind of possibly thinking of a lich, which I know is a lot. Hey, so after that marathon kind of trying to organise the D&D one-shot thing, I thought I'd treat myself to unboxing the Fairy Loot box. And this, at least, is gorgeous. I didn't know this was an upcoming book. It was inspired by the author watching Gotham, the TV series, and the idea of like turning into the thing you fear. I think the protagonist's sister turns into a giant man-eating spider. So it is an interesting one. You want your phone on with me? I think no. You need to get it. Well, I think they're going to come and pick me up. I've not been getting responses. I also decided to stop by the library because they have seats, and I have a Neil Gaiman comic with me. Graphic novel. I'm really excited about this, Beats of War. I think I heard it on like the Glasgow bid channel for Worldcon. This is Scotland's first black superhero. The series is called Beats of War and it sounds really interesting. Also, I got this, which is absolutely lovely. It's beadwork, you know, that you iron out. It's a leafy one. It was on sale, so I got it for £4 and I'm really happy with that. And also this, a dice bag. I think it is supposed to be inspired by Imogen Temelt from a Critical Role Campaign 3. It's lovely and purple on the inside. This is their business card. And these are a few other ones that I picked up. The Mermaid's Cave, Punk Rock Elite Creations, Galaxy Art, Suki Stitches. So I'm really excited about this because I'm going to use these as tokens in my one shot that I'm running on Wednesday. I'm homebrewing this. It is if you fail 3 perception checks. No, if you fail a perception check, you get a token. If you fail 3 perception checks, I get to have some fun. Oh, and these are the earrings, the Totoro in the Pikachu onesie and the Pikachu in the Totoro onesie. The earrings are by Punk Rock Elite Creations. I also got all of these stickers from Super Awesome Stuff. superawesomestuff.com or Perdita AOO, I think. Also, I got these 3 from a Lucky Dip bag. Unfortunately, it didn't come with a business card, so I don't know who made them. So it might be Saturday, actually, that I'm doing this thing. Trying to logistics it is not fun. Anyway, I grabbed this, which I picked up in the British Library, Jungle Nama by Amitabh Ghosh, who did like a non-fiction climate book that I really liked, and illustrated by Salman Tour. So a thing I quite like to do is look up like manuscript wish lists, just because I like them in terms of like grabbing ideas. And this person is open from like the 15th of March to the 15th of April. I'm not submitting anything because obviously I don't have anything. But I've been doing work on this D&D one shot. And when I saw like the comment of like I wish there was more action and adventure that I would, get in my inbox, I was like, oh great. So I've looked at the page and it's like natural disasters, like volcanic eruptions, horror sci-fi about cave diving, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to spend this time getting the campaign getting the one shot ready, and then I'm going to do something really fun, because the other idea, like I said, I don't know if in this video, the other idea for a one shot was like my girl, her background was inspired by the Grave Robbers Chronicles, Dalma Biji, which is like a part of the Chinese tomb robbing genre. And I think I would like to really do an action adventure story set around that. And of course, my favourite book, the second book, the best book, like objectively, just in terms of writing and plot and monsters and all that, is the second book, which is The Underwater Tomb. So I'm going to have a really fun time this March. Anyway, much thanks to Helen Lane for the idea. So this is my adorable wee panda dice, but Mum noticed that this also ended up in it as well, which I don't know what it is, but it's shiny and pretty. I don't know if I showed you the tie-dye book that I got from Waterstones, but they actually sent me 2 of those. The second one arrived earlier this week, and also Fairy Loot. There were 2 necklaces in it. So I suppose it's been a good week. I don't know if I should take the tie-dye book back, but I'm definitely going to be selling both of those necklaces and keeping this because it's so pretty. So I have not been sleeping well of late, which is not great because that means I have less time. So we finished the last 25 by 25 video. It has been uploaded. This year it's going to be like Childhood Revisited, which is a theme that I wanted to do a few years ago, and I did actually start the work for it. But it didn't. I kind of forgot to upload the reviews and stuff, so here it is now. And the first book is Winterbringers by Jill Arbuthnot. I did read this when I was thinking of doing it a few years back, and I didn't like it, so we'll see if that's changed. I highly doubt it. Anyway, okay, back to the drawing board for the house.
Oh dear, is it for tomorrow?
Yeah, at least the character sheets turned out well. I wanted to be so cute today, like my earrings. I have a really cute elephant top on, and then I got downstairs and I was like, oh wait, my mask. I'm really excited about the redecoration though. Though the plan is kind of the same, I would still like to, be able to buy the house out. But I'm also like really happy to not pay for the fancy upgrades and everything. I had a little bit of a moan on my writing Tumblr, just because it was less than a day to go until my one shot. It's today, in fact, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Originally, it was supposed to be a Lich in the Cellar, and then I chickened out because the challenge rating is too high, And so I made it a vampire. And while I do like the layer effects, and while I do like the idea of like a really powerful vampire and cellar, and then like not quite a thrall vampire outside on the grounds, it wasn't what I wanted to do. And also the tokens, they were originally supposed to kind of be a little bit based on the insanity rolls, mostly just kind of based on the Critical Role one shot, because that's the only Call of Cthulhu one I've watched. And then I decided to chicken out on that as well. And I was also quite frustrated, and have been for some time, that this was because I love horror, and I've been really excited about doing one shots specifically because I want to do horror. And this felt still fun, but it felt more investigative-y. That's not a word. Yeah. It was really just taking me farther and farther from everything that I wanted to do. And then it hit me. Yes, I'm going to change it back to a lich. I'm going to depower the lich a little bit. Yes, the tokens are going to be for a fear or a quirk. And I based the ghosts a little bit off of a Steam method, and I gave them spells like Dissonant Whispers. And see, the big thing with a fear or a quirk was like, what am I going to do with a fear or a quirk? By Dissonant Whispers, it's going to just be like wind or someone really close behind you breathing until you start gaining fears and quirks, and then you start hearing the ghost speak. You start hearing them beg for release or oblivion because the lich downstairs wants to consume them. And that really brings back the horror elements in it as well, and I'm so happy with that. Since it is a haunted house one that I'm running, I thought I would go a little bit more gothic-ish, you know? Pretty sure in a lot of ways I would not pass as like a ghost or anything, but, you know, fancy. It is absolutely ridiculous that I feel bummed about my session running over. By which I mean it ran a little bit over the time that we usually stop. It also ran over in that it's no longer a one shot. But I gave them the option, you know, one of them was out and three of them were in like not the best position, kind of trapped. And I said, you could just die. But they wanted to keep playing, and I am really excited about that. Recovering from yesterday's entire day of D&D by relaxing with some more D&D. I said that I probably wasn't going to be able to take part in the Trans Rights Readathon, and I was right. And I did not realise it ended. But that I would be making a donation. So I did. I, however, will not be showing you the receipt because that includes some credit card details, and you do not need to see that. Absolutely hilarious to have someone go up like this dumbbell. No, was it dumbwaiter thing? And then not specify that he's come down or that you've pulled him down before the Goliath tries to squeeze his way up. And of course the door that they're trying to reach opens up onto the lake, so guess his message did not send, and so I've been sitting here in the cold for like 10 minutes, hopefully soon.
Розшито.
Ja,
That was the window tax, wasn't it?
In some cities it was. People in Glasgow used to say that about the tenements. Some of the tenements have got these blocked over windows.
Uh-huh.
It turns out there's a little tribe. What that was where the old chimneys were.
Oh, right.
And each chimney city heated each floor with
Right.
fire, so they had to have solid windows.
Right. I'm going to be honest, I have not been sleeping well this month at all. And with like all day D&D Saturday, cinema Monday, D&D Wednesday, went to fucking Edinburgh yesterday. I just, like, Winterbringers, the vlog was supposed to be this month and I can't do it. Yeah, and I've stayed up, and I got another 5 post done for the blog, and half of another 5 post, and I've dragged graphic novels through here to do a video that I was going to upload next month, and actually because the Winterbringers vlog is going to have to go up next month, I just don't think I'd have time for it. Yeah, and I think I've really like been making a mistake with all of this. Yeah. Quiet months next month, hopefully.